Hello and welcome viewers, you're watching In Depth with your host Kriti Mishra. India has embarked on a remarkable initiative known as the Deep Ocean Mission. The primary objective of this mission is to explore and study the diverse marine life and resources that lie beneath the vast oceans surrounding our country. India has achieved a significant milestone in deep sea exploration with the successful wet testing of Matsya 6000, a manned submersible designed for depths of 6,000 meters. This accomplishment aligns with the Deep Ocean Mission, strengthening India's role in marine resource exploration, energy security, and global blue economy participation.
Oceans, which cover 70% of the globe, remain a key part of our life. About 95% of deep ocean remains unexplored. For India, with its three sides surrounded by the oceans and around 30% of the country's population living in coastal areas, ocean is a major economic factor, supporting fisheries, aquaculture, tourism, livelihoods, and blue trade. Oceans are also a storehouse of food, energy, minerals, medicines, modulator of weather and climate, and underpin life on Earth. Considering importance of the oceans on sustainability, the United Nations has declared the decade 2021 to 2030 as the decade of ocean science for sustainable development. India has a unique maritime position. Its over 1,000-kilometer long coastline is home to 9 coastal states and 1,382 islands. Government of India's vision of New India by 2030 highlights the blue economy as one of the 10 core dimensions of growth. With a view to explore deep ocean for resources and develop deep sea technologies for sustainable use of ocean resources, Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs approved the proposal of Ministry of Earth Sciences on Deep Ocean Mission at an estimated cost of 4,077 crore rupees for a period of 5 years to be implemented in a phase-wise manner. The estimated cost for the first phase for the 3 years would be 2,823.4 crore. Deep Ocean Mission. It will be a mission mode project to support blue economy initiatives of Government of India. Ministry of Earth Sciences is the nodal ministry implementing this multi-dimensional ambitious mission. Let's take a look at the mission components. Development of technologies for deep sea mining and manned submersible. An integrated mining system will be developed to extract polymetallic nodules from the deep sea in the central Indian Ocean. These efforts will support future commercial mineral exploration once global rules are set by the International Seabed Authority. This project is key to advancing India's blue economy, especially in deep sea mining and energy. Development of Ocean Climate Change Advisory Services. An observations and module suite will be developed to study and forecast key climate variables from seasonal to decadal scales. This proof of concept initiative aims to enhance understanding of climate trends and contribute to the blue economy, focusing on promoting coastal tourism. Technological innovations for exploration and conservation of deep sea biodiversity. The core focus is on prospecting deep sea flora, fauna, and microbes, alongside research into the sustainable use of deep sea biological resources. This initiative will advance the blue economy priority area of marine fisheries and allied services. Deep Ocean Survey and Exploration. This initiative focuses on identifying multi-metal hydrothermal sulfide sites along the Indian Ocean mid-oceanic ridges and supports deep-sea resource exploration under the blue economy. Energy and fresh water from the ocean. This proof of concept proposes studies and engineering design for an offshore ocean thermal energy conversion powered desalination plant, supporting the blue economy focus on offshore energy development. Advanced Marine Station for Ocean Biology. This component focuses on building talent and innovation in ocean biology and engineering, turning research into industrial products via on-site incubators. It supports marine biology, blue trade, and manufacturing under the blue economy.
India has scripted history in its quest to explore the ocean's mysteries. Under the Deep Ocean Mission, an Indian descended to a depth of 5,002 meters in the North Atlantic Ocean, marking India's deepest human dive ever. The dive, carried out in collaboration with France, reflects India's determination to build advanced deep-sea technology for exploration, resource utilization and scientific research.
Let's take a look at Project Samudrayan, the Deep Sea Leap. India launched the Samudrayan project under the umbrella of Deep Ocean Mission to work on its first component of deep sea exploration through a manned submersible. Matsya 6000, a self-propelled manned submersible capable of transporting 3 individuals to the depths of 6,000 meters beneath the ocean surface, is being developed under this project. Equipped with a comprehensive array of scientific instruments and exploration tools, this advanced vehicle will enable extensive deep-sea research. The submersible is built to work for 12 hours of operational period and sustain up to 96 hours in emergency scenarios. It features advanced systems like a high-density LiPo battery, underwater acoustic telephone, drop-weight emergency escape mechanisms and bio-vests for crew safety and health monitoring.
And Prime Minister has personally not only followed it up, taken a keen interest in this mission, but he also gave it so much of priority that he spoke about it twice consecutively in 2 of his Independence Day addresses in 2022 and 2023, which of course was intended to awaken the countrymen about the merit of this deep ocean mission and the blue economy, which is going to be the new component of economy as we move on to rank 4 and then 3, 2, 1. And that will be, I think, this is the ministry which would very substantially, if not wholly, be the torchbearer of India's Viksit Bharat story. And as I said, we have tried to plan it, though not fully consciously, to simultaneously move on, both in space and the deep oceans. And I'm sure this Jugalbandi will repeat it next year as well, as Dr. Ravichandran was saying. When we have one Indian going up in the space, Indian spaceship, we'll have one or more than one Indians going down, as he said, in the submersible, developed by India. So both the missions will be totally indigenous. They will be living up to the flagship mantra of Atmanirbhar Bharat and Make in India. And if you come back to the present voyage, which is being discussed, I think there are a number of similarities as well. While Subhashu went up to the International Space Station on the invitation of NASA, an American organization, these 2 gentlemen have been there in a French collaboration. So that was NASA, this was EFRIMER. And of course, the institute which was taking a lead on behalf of the ministry was NIOT, which has come to be recognized as one of the premier institutes across the world, because we have the advantage of doing kind of ocean research and studies which are not available to other countries because of our geographical positioning on the coastal area of about 11,000 kilometers. And these 2 voyages also make another point, that Indian talent is now no longer only being acknowledged, it is also being solicited. It's not that we are looking up for collaboration with our counterparts in the other countries are also looking. So same was the case when Prime Minister Modi was a Washington DC visit and he was having parleys with President Biden. The offer came from that side to have an Indian astronaut over there. And so also, in the course of series of discussions that Dr. Ravichandran was having, again, the suggestion came from the French authorities that we should have Indians also going with them. So this is a great acknowledgement, as I have always been saying, that India is no longer a follower, she's beckoning others to follow her. And furthermore, incidentally, both the voyages have been also accomplished around the same time, in the month of July, August. The IIS one was 2 weeks, this is about 1 week. Of course, the water inside was 4 days. and while Ramesh was up to 4,000 and JP up to 5,000. And similarly, while Subhashu has carried out a set of experiments for which the kits were provided again by the sister ministry, that is the Ministry of Science and Technology, Department of Biotechnology, for life sciences, myogenesis, for plant behavior in microgravity, etc., seedling behavior, which would not only be benefiting India, but also benefiting the entire mankind. So again, we are living up to the spirit of the third mantra given by Prime Minister Modi, that is Vishwa Bandhu Bharat.
Matsya underwent integrated ride tests across a 500-meter operational range to ensure system integration within its eco-structure. Successful wet trials were conducted at L&T shipyard, assessing power and control systems, flotation and stability, human support and safety mechanisms, forward and reverse motion, navigation and communication capabilities. Scientific payloads including advanced oceanographic sensors were tested to confirm functionality. The demonstration phase included 8 dives, 5 unmanned dives and 5 manned dives, each rigorously qualified to validate the life support system's reliability.
Using robotic arms, sensors, underwater navigation systems, etc., are going to provide rich inputs, valuable inputs, even to other countries, particularly those who have huge stakes with oceans, huge stakes with the coasts. And as we said on the day of the culmination of the Indian Space Station mission, that this will pave way for larger and upscaled international collaborations. So also I have the confidence to say today that this voyage is going to create much compatible milieu for India for larger and upscaled collaborations as far as our ocean experiments, ocean explorations are concerned.
India has made notable strides in developing indigenous deep-sea technologies, including vehicles and pressure-resistant materials, with successful trials already in progress. In December 2022, the Ocean Mineral Explorer, an autonomous vehicle, explored mineral-rich zones at a depth of 5,271 meters in Central Indian Ocean Basin. Using the research vessel, it surveyed 14 square kilometers and mapped the detailed area to assess polymetallic nodule distribution and deep-sea biodiversity, laying the groundwork for future exploration and resource mapping. The technologies required for deep-sea mining have strategic implications and are not commercially available. Hence, attempts will be made to indigenize technologies by collaborating with leading institutes and private industries. A research vessel for deep-sea ocean exploration is also being built in Indian shipyard, which would create employment opportunities. This mission is also directed towards capacity development in marine biology, which will provide job opportunities in Indian industries. In addition, design, development and fabrication of specialized equipment, ship and setting up of required infrastructure are expected to spur the growth of Indian industry, especially the MSMEs and startups. The Deep Ocean Mission, with its pioneering Samudrayan project, marks a transformative leap in India's scientific and strategic capabilities. By venturing into the depths of ocean, India is not only unlocking vast reserves of minerals, biodiversity and energy, but also positioning itself among the few nations with advanced deep-sea exploration technology as enshrined in Prime Minister's vision of Samudra Manthan. The development of a manned submersible reflects India's growing expertise in marine engineering and innovation. This initiative supports key pillars of blue economy and also fosters indigenous technologies, boosts marine-based industries and creates new opportunities for research, enterprise and employment. The Deep Ocean Mission is not just a dive into the unknown. It's a bold stride towards a resilient, resource-rich and future-ready India.
India's ambition to be a global economic and strategic power cannot ignore the depths of the ocean. Whether it's for minerals, data, food or security, the deep sea holds the key to the future. With Matsya 6000 as a starting point, India must now accelerate efforts to build a robust, well-funded and forward-looking deep ocean capability that matches its global aspirations. Well, viewers, that's all we had for you in this edition. Thanks for watching and stay tuned to Sunset TV. Goodbye for now from my side.
To watch more programs of Sunset TV, subscribe to our YouTube channel and don't forget to like and share them.